As we continue to work in this area of navigating conflict, here's a challenge for you. In addition to learning the skills and practicing the skills, there's another element in there that has to do with, well, in this case, I'm going to use a musical metaphor. In music, there's a thing called a riff. And you know what a riff is. It's that thing that tells you, hey, that's the song. You're driving down the road, you turn on the radio, and in the middle of the song it comes on and you know the song. There's that beat in there, that series of notes that says, that's it. You have a riff. You have a range, intensity, and frequency that is unique for each one of these patterns. So for instance, in a range, it might be something like, for you, you might gesture this large. You know, your elbow doesn't really leave your torso much. Where others might have a gesture that's this big. That's you. This is how you gesture. Some of you have a range where you'll just talk this loud in a meeting and no louder. Where others, they just talk this loud. And there are some that talk this quietly. It's a range. Every one of these patterns has a range. Intensity. Intensity is just how quickly you do something or how slowly you do something. And there are times that you want to be intense, there are times you want to decrease that intensity. Having awareness of intensity and where that sits, what's the range of that intensity, can be useful. And frequency, the third element to the riff, frequency is just how often you do something. If you do something too often, it's just like classroom management. If you use the same technique over and over again, over time, it's no longer useful. It's no longer impactful. So we need a bunch of tools, a bunch of skills to put together so that we can not have things occur in too high of a frequency. So the challenge for you the challenge for you as you go through this course is to, number one, what's your riff? What is your range, intensity, frequency for these patterns? And then expand it. By expanding it, we increase our awareness of where we are, we get a sense of what it feels like to be beyond, and the reason that's important is because there are going to be people in your audience where your current riff is not enough to be of influence. There are times you're going to have to work outside your riff in order to be more influential. And it may feel odd to you. Good. It's not about you. It's about the group. And that's why having awareness of your riff can increase your influence on the groups that you're working with. So that's the challenge, in addition to all the content.